How are you guys taking sparring right now? You know what I'm
Tall,
saying? Are you guys
slim,
doing with the
fast,
tall guys?
similar to him, Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
strong,
definitely know
yeah,
a few of
strong
them, you know, and
guys,
I can't wait. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So tell me, man, obviously he's dealing with something in May 5th, coming up. And this fight is obviously something that got
Mm.
pushed a little bit beforehand. Has that gave him more motivation to be able to, destroy this guy,
He gonna
Ryan
destroy
Garcia?
him regardless, but Tank leaning more toward God now, and he has faith. So he'll cross that bridge when he get to it. But right now, he focused on the fight.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. Awesome. You got any predictions on
It
this fight,
won't go.
Coach?
It won't go the full distance. It won't. No, it won't go
It
the
won't
full
go
distance.
full.
It's not gonna go the distance.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody, almost everybody
No.
says the same thing. It won't go the
Mm-mm.
full 12 rounds for sure. Yeah. But some people, they're talking about the Rolly fight. They're talking about, how, Rolly, had his way a little bit. But like it goes off of what we were talking about,
Yeah.
like he makes you feel that
A lot
way
of people
and to
don't know
really get to crack it.
we trained perfect for Rolly. Let Rolly get comfortable. The goal was to get him past the halfway mark, but he didn't make it past the halfway mark. Because he get comfortable making his mistakes. He start reaching for you, jumping in, and that's when we was planning to counter, and that's exactly what happened.
Right, right. So we all know that, Ryan Garcia got the 5'10" height. He got a snappy jab and he has a nice snappy hook right that comes with it. What we also know is that whenever he feels tension, whenever he feels the pressure, he tends to really, use it more than often. I'm sure you guys are preparing for something like that. But in reality, though, I mean, what kind of fighter really that got that type of snap that you could bring into sparring,
I
really?
can't go to details, but it's quite a few fighters with that snap. And I tell everybody, as far as height, the height is just as distance from the floor to the top of your head. Height don't fight, and you know, leverage
Hmm.
with the reach and stuff. That you can use that if you know how. But his height, that doesn't mean anything.
Plus, in the same time, I see that Tank got the
Exactly,
longer arms in this
and
fight as
he
well.
has a snap as well, fast snap as well.
Yes, 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 yes. So, I mean, talk to me, man. Like, how excited are you for this fight? You know what I'm saying? This is probably one of the biggest fights in boxing, and I don't think there's gonna
No,
be another fight this year that's gonna
I'm
be as
excited, man.
exciting.
I'm just laid back, humble though, but I'm excited. It's like the day before Christmas. Yeah. It's like
Christmas
being.
Eve.
I always wondered what it felt like being around Tyson back in the '90s. And now I get to see how I feel. So
It definitely, Tank definitely gives you that
yeah,
personnel of like, the modern day Tyson, a lightweight Tyson, and it's amazing to watch. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? The popularity he's grown, and now, we have a lot of popularity with Ryan Garcia. Now, his last opponent was Javier Fortuna. I'll be speaking to him a little bit today. Um, a guy that necessarily never been put down, what I'm saying, got beat up, but never really got put down. Um, is that something that you guys are, trying to be aware of, as far as, this pop that people say that he has? And what are you guys doing to, what are you guys doing
um,
different in training?
Tank is he was gifted with a high tolerance for pain. He's nothing like Fortuna. Hitting Tank is like giving a car gas to go even further. If Tank feel pain, he's a freak for pain. So if he plan to inflict
Mm.
something on Tank, he gonna get in deep trouble, man. It's gonna take 2 or 3 people to jump Tank and to beat him. You know, and Ryan can't. No,
Yeah. You think this is his toughest task, though?
um, I don't think so, man. I think Barrios and is a more
I
sound
was gonna
fighter
say
than
that.
Ryan Garcia. Yeah, yeah.
More put
And I
together.
don't think he's gonna go hunting the way not Barrios.
Barrios
Rolly was
did.
trying to hunt Tank down, man. I give him credit. He was trying to get Tank. And I don't see Ryan coming like that. Mm-mm.
Right.
Barrios
So
was
you
trying to
think
get him
because
too,
of
you know?
that,
Yeah,
so we fighting a different
yeah.
fight here then, completely.
You never
We're
see
talking about a guy
you
that
never see Ryan
most
come out
likely.
stalking anybody. And if he does, it's not gonna work because you can't switch it up at the last minute. You know? Don't work like that.
Mm, yeah, yeah, 100%. You think it's gonna be more like a
But
Pedraza
he's so
performance
much
type of
better
a deal?
than and stronger than he was when he fought Pedraza. So no, it's gonna be better than that. Tank has improved so much. He's strong. You know what I mean? Since that Pedraza fight.
Yeah. So I mean, most people are saying that this fight is gonna last under
That's a
six
good prediction.
rounds. Um, yeah, yeah, it's a good prediction. I put it at 7. You know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like Ryan is gonna be a
Hmm.
lot more cautious in this fight than any other fight. He's gonna bring something different to the table. I see he's focused. I see he's not. He's definitely not putting
And
things
he's
out
got
on
a
the
good
internet as like he
trainer,
usually
a
does.
damn good trainer with him. Gucci. Hmm.
He got a good trainer with him. He let go of Eddie Reynoso, a few fights ago, to be able to be prepared for something like this. He made his own decision. But in the same time, it's just that moment, and that's something that I seen in Tank, man. I seen that he lives the moment when he goes into the ring. I've been seeing that in the last 3 fights. He's this is for him.
Hmm.
He's a star and he knows he's a star.
That's
And I
the
think that's a
difference.
big difference, when it comes down to these
Hmm. And
stages.
Ryan, is Ryan
You
willing
know,
to walk through hell? That's the question, you know? The will.
the will that
Hmm.
that's a different animal. And like you said,
Different.
coming from
It's
Baltimore,
different, man. People don't
it's
understand.
tough.
It's different. It's different. We have 300 plus murders every year, man. And half of the murders is in the zip code.
Mm,
Is in our zip code. More, you know? And
yeah,
we see it every
absolutely.
day.
So I mean, now, that being said, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's still a boxing match, and I know it's a fight. But what do you think, man? Do you really think that Ryan can come with something different that, possibly different that he hasn't been able to do?
I think he can, but he's gonna go back to the old Ryan because he hasn't been there long enough to perfect it. You know, he might come out and listen
Hmm.
for a couple rounds, but when that heat rise, we can go back to the old Ryan because he haven't been with coach long enough to perfect it, whatever it is they might plan to do. You know.